Hey, how you doing? This is Jeff Jackson with Deluxe Vehicle Detailing and Paint Correction in beautiful Largo, Florida. Yes, this is my introductory page and I welcome you to it. I am very excited about starting this. I want to give you just a brief background on myself and why I have this channel, and a little bit about my birth in detailing, my growth in detailing, and then my rebirth in detailing. I started my business October 15th, 2017. And I had been doing detailing since I was 14 years old. About 1977, my dad handed me a DeWalt rotary polisher and wanted me to keep his business cars and the daily drivers and everything just in pristine condition all the time. The days of single stage paint where there was no clear coat integrated into the paint system like there is about 1987, I'd say, was kind of the general start of it. Different companies were different years, but anyway, I learned by doing, and I really didn't make any serious mistakes. You know, you make some holograms when you're using a rotary. You have some marks. They can be polished out. The polishing was done by hand. I used, you know, just like turtle wax rubbing compound and just, you know, got all those marks that I made with the rotary. But I found myself after a year or two, I got quite good at it. Neighbors started noticing how great my dad's car looked, and he'd say, well, my son Jeff, you know, he can make your car look like this too. And I started, you know, making other cars look beautiful, and I took great pride in it. Anyway, fast forward to college years, I worked for a friend of mine who had a mobile detailing business, and when he found out that I knew how to use a rotary to perfection, he was very happy to bring me on board. And I just did this intermittently. I was not necessarily on the books back from 83 to 87. I was just helping out and whatnot. This is so. I very much make I really just am excited about all of this. I moved to Largo, Florida in 1995, and I started my own personal training business in 97. This is how I make a living, as owning my own personal training business. I moved from Ohio to Largo, Florida in 1995. And I started my own personal training business. I started doing a little detailing just for myself, for a few friends. I wasn't charging them anything because I was not officially a business. I highly advise you, if you're thinking about becoming a professional detailer, to get licensed, get your DBA, get a bank account, talk to an accountant. There are other detailers out there that will advise you to start charging a small amount of money, maybe $20 an hour or $25 an hour, and start in the detailing business with family and friends and start making some money and buying some equipment. I'm not going to advise you to do that. I had friends that they would purchase different products that I recommended. They would go and buy them and drop their car off to me for an afternoon, and they would leave me the products that I used, and that's kind of how I started things, because it is illegal to produce income and not declare it to the government. So watch yourself on that. I know there's probably quite a few of you out there that walk that tight line. Be careful. I always kept my cars in immaculate condition. I've got a little list here. I've owned a 1970 Mustang, a 71 Datsun 240Z, a 1984 Toyota Supra, an 86.5 Toyota Supra, a 73 Mustang Mach 1, a 72 240Z, which I cloned into an officially licensed tribute vehicle to Brock Racing Enterprises and built a 3.1 stroker motor and put that into it. And currently my last car that I have, and you will see in my videos, is a 2006 BMW Z4M. I might talk a little autocrossing at time with you because I'm into the autocrossing, and my goal is to get to like Florida International Speedway and do the Speedway circuit or perhaps Sebring. So I'll talk a little you know, racing, maybe a little heel toe here. I'm a car enthusiast. I like to drive hard. I don't have all these fast cars that I just named, and they're not extremely fast or anything, but you know, I like quicks, and I don't drive a car like a little old lady. I use rev matching, I use heel toe. You know, you can ask me questions about that if you like. I want to tell you what I'm going to be doing with this channel. I'm going to be doing side-by-side comparisons. I've just made some rather large purchases with Detailed Image. I'm on their wholesale program. I'm also on the wholesale program with O'Reilly's Auto Parts, and let me tell you, they have a lot of great products at O'Reilly's that you don't see when you walk in the store. Their catalog is thick for detailers, and it's mostly 3M stuff, and it's all high quality. I had no idea. I got into that program, and I'm very glad that I did, and I can buy at quite a substantial savings from what you would pay or retail from the O'Reilly Auto Parts store. Anyway, I'm going to show you some retail end things, some high-end type things. I've purchased quite a few things from Detailed Image that I haven't even got a chance to try out yet, and I'm going to try them out with you. My rebirth into detailing, and I kind of touched on this a little bit, that I had a birth, I had some growth, then I had kind of a lull where I wasn't trying to do paint correction anymore or anything. I just was, you know, making cars beautiful, just with a nice wax job, you know, make it pop, make it shine. But now I have gone full bore 360 back into full paint correction with machines. I was doing some paint correction by hand, and I can tell you, if you've got the patience, if you've got the strength, if you've got the endurance to you know, polish by hand, everything can be polished by hand, and I think the results are more rewarding and look every bit as good. But I can tell you, you will never make a business out of doing that. It takes way too many hours, unless, you know, you're just into that and you're going to charge a small amount of money per hour, but you're going to not go with using the, you know, big 21mm throw, you know, Rupes. Those machines are, you know, $400. I'm going to show you some ways and some machines to save yourself some money. But mainly, I would like to do a lot of side-by-side comparisons. I'd like to do a lot of long-term studies. I'm going to cover high-end products. I'm going to cover retail end products. I'm going to cover products that are made for the bathroom. I'm going to cover products that you can buy at the dollar store. I love Awesome Cleaner. I am smitten, I tell you, for Awesome Cleaner, which is $1 for 32 ounces at the dollar store. Stuff's great. Brake cleaner, mix it 2 to 1. It will just strip all of the brake dust right on off, clean your tires nice, everything all in one shot. Super cheap. I'm a minimalist in a way, and so I will share my minimalism with you. I think if there's ways to get around things where you don't have to spend a lot of money, no offense to, you know, Auto Geek, no offense to Griot's Garage, no offense to Chemical Guys, no offense to Car Pro, no offense to, you know, a lot of these companies that are great marketers and, you know, charge you $15 for a bucket that you can get at Home Depot for $3. I don't get it, you know. They got the Gamma lids there, the screw-on tight lids. I use that for my Optimum no rinse. I keep my microfiber towels just soaking at all times, and then if I want to do a quick no rinse wash, just pull my towels right out of that bucket, always clean, always ready to go. Again, I view techniques that are things that I've created on my own. I'm going to show you the JJ128. I'm going to show you the JJ128, which is a way of cleaning a car with nothing but 2 microfiber towels. I'll show you some techniques that you've never seen before. I'm going to show you some things that I have created on my own that I think are revolutionary. May I say extraordinary? May I say they're absolutely phenomenal? Yes, I just did, and I will tell you how phenomenal I am on a regular basis. I am actually just a regular guy. I'm pretty modest. I make myself laugh, but I like to joke around. I like to have a good time. This channel is going to be about having a good time. I crack jokes about other detailers that are on YouTube. For the last 6 months, I've done nothing but read the forums, get on YouTube. I have several aliases that I've used. You can find me asking some really strange questions all over the internet as multiple aliases if you care to track me down like that. But I'm done with all of that. I'm pretty much done with looking at other detailers and what they have out there. I needed a comparison, and I needed to watch a lot of other detailers, and I can tell you there are some out there that I can't even believe they've posted their video. I mean, it's atrociously bad. It's atrociously boring. It's just it's mind-boggling to me that someone said, "Hey, I want to put this up on YouTube." Like, I don't know. I just have no idea. I've ruined many, probably hours of my life watching absolute garbage and crap. You will not find that on my channel. I have posted, I think, maybe about 15 videos prior to filming this. I don't know how long it'll take me to actually get this up and running. So I'm going to make this a very interesting educational channel. I want to share with you. I also want to learn from some of you. There's a lot of great detailers that read the forums. There are a lot of great detailers that are on YouTube that follow several of my subscribed auto detailers that I've been watching for the last 6 months. I may occasionally bust some chops when I have seen a detailer talk about something. I'll just give you a quick example just to see, you know, what I do. I don't know how well this will even show out, and it doesn't matter what it is. What it matters is I take notes like these when I watch videos. I also take notes on the comments left. And there's a lot of great detailers that have given me a lot of insight on trying a new technique or a new way or a new product that I would never know if I didn't sit and wade through sometimes 50, 100, 200 comments on the detailers that I follow and subscribe to. But I read each and every one. I've even taken notes on trolls that are just sickening out there. I